TV Color Palette Challenge live streams. This is stream number 6, and we are doing character number 56 today, which is Strawberry Candy. So I'll go ahead and pull my screen up for the drawing and get my timer set for these color palette challenges, with the exception of yesterday's stream. I've been giving myself 15 minutes for the sketch and 15 minutes for the line art, and the remaining time to finish out the drawing. So let me go ahead and pull up the timer, get 15 minutes on the clock, and get into it. Also, if you are tuning in live, good morning, happy Saturday, depending on what time you may be watching this. Most of my viewers, this should still be morning time for you. The idea for this character, I've decided to name her Cupid's Arrow. I wanted to kind of get back into fantasy design characters because I feel like I've kind of like stepped away from that a little bit. And so I came up with this idea for this particular color palette to do sort of a love core assassin named Cupid's Arrow, and she is a hitman for scorned women who have been cheated on, women who have been mistreated by their partners, and she exacts revenge for them. Now, this is another case where I like all of my poses, but I feel like this pose would best show off her equipment, like any knives or potions that she may be carrying. So I'm gonna go with this one. Let's see, we've got the shoulders going up this way. It's kind of a more relaxed pose for an assassin to be in, but it's also kind of confident, like she's like exposing her belly, but that's like she's confident enough in her abilities that she can just kind of lounge in this way and not feel unsafe or able to be easily threatened. I have this more in a stretch, so let's see, the waist is here, this elbow should fall here and here. For this to look bottom up, this needs to be more triangular. I might need to lean the head back just a little bit, but the model, her hips are leaned forward. Torso is leaning back just a little bit, but her head is straight. I think I actually want to have her looking off to the side, sort of indifferent. Let's see, we got the deltoid going here and here. No, maybe I do want her looking forward, because I wanted her wearing a mask as well, so that you can pretty much only see her eyes and she looks a little more dangerous. Like maybe she's deciding if you need to be her next target. She saw you in the marketplace pulling on a woman or a child's hand, and even though she's off duty at the moment, no one's paid her, she's deciding if, maybe I can take a few pro bono jobs, do a public service. So I definitely want, let's see, daggers here and here, and then across the back too. Maybe I can give her short swords going across the back. I've been doing a lot of swords lately. As a matter of fact, I think with the exception of the snow leopard that I drew for the first stream, I think all of my characters up to this point have had a sword of some sort. Even the little fisher girl had a sword so that she can be safe while she's out and about. let's see. Let's do a messenger bag type situation. Have pouch. I guess I can do a belt here for like smoke bombs and love potions, which is poison, of course. So I'll do, because I want plenty of places to use these colors. Once again, I'm working with it's not quite monochromatic because this is pink and this is purple, but like it's a gradient. So I'm working with a gradient. But I want enough places to be able to have the combinations of like the highest color and the darkest color next to each other. So her leather armor is going to be in these colors, and then some of the accents are going to be in this color, and I think I'm going to use these three colors to do her hair, which is going to be like this. Let's see, let's have this actually going like this. Kind of giving her a little bit of a toga from BNHA hairstyle. Sort of a messy bun. Let me zoom in just a little bit. I want her to have a very indifferent facial expression. And of course, she's going to be holding another dagger. I need to move the arms. It's not quite as casual as I would like it to be. Contrapposto, the hip is going here. I might need to use a different color here soon. Sort of losing some of my threads. At the very least, I might need to use a different color just to outline the armor and clothing. Still not quite leaned back enough. That's better. I have 5 minutes left to get the sketch established. Let's see, I'm just going to end up having to freehand. Let's see, this is going to be the holster for the daggers. I guess the sheath, not the holster. Well, I guess maybe in this. And of course, everything is going to be sort of, yeah, kind of cutesy hearts. Yeah, I don't have red. This is the closest thing I have to red. Put some hearts, some sort of etched glass. In turns, they're not all facing the same way. Get the bottle toppers. So these are going to be, oh, this is where that is. I don't want that to cross it, but it might have to. All right, let me fix this arm. I have 3.5 minutes. Maybe it would look better if her head was just tilted like the model's is. Too small, too small. That way the hair can kind of fall more down like this. Makes it more interesting. Arms don't have to be exactly the same though. So this one is out and resting on her head, but I do still want this one kind of like pulling this one a little bit, more like a stretch. Okay, minute 45. I can mark with this. The only thing I don't have are the shoes. I want this to lean out. Be sort of baggy. Smaller, smaller. So yeah, if we've got, I need a new line. The hip is weighted this way. So the knee is going to buckle back a little bit, and this is going to be mostly straight. So this needs to fall here. A little more centered. Move this over just a little bit. Alright, that is time for the sketch. So that's going to bring me into the 15 minutes I have to do the line art, which I think the sketch is strong enough I can work with this. Yesterday I was having a little bit of trouble getting the, well, I didn't finish the sketch in 15 minutes. It took me about 20-25 minutes to do the sketch. So that there were several things that made the stream go a little bit longer. I'll use a dark brown for this. One of them being that the sketch took a little bit longer, and then one of the hands just would not cooperate. And so, well, I guess more so that I could not draw the hand, because if I say that the hand wouldn't cooperate, that takes the responsibility off of my ability to execute the idea. Hopefully today we don't have that problem. Should I use a different pen? I don't mind how smooth this is, but I think I want to go for a different texture. No, that's too soft. That is a sketching pen. That's not a line art pen. Yeah. I'm going to use this one that's got just a little bit of tooth. This is the part of stream where I always go a little quiet, just kind of get into the focus zone. It's coming down just like this. I can make that a little more defined. I can do a hair layer on top of the line art layer, like what I did with yesterday's drawing. I ended up doing an extra layer for details on top. But right now I just need to get this figured out. I didn't start my timer. Whoops. I just realized she doesn't have ears. That's fine. I can just... No. Eyes are very wide. I need part of this to be lashes and not eyeball to make it more believable. I don't know that I gave my Banana Split Girl eyelashes. Oh well, I can fix it in post. I still haven't uploaded the footage of the final drawing from that video, from the live stream. So this morning, before I went live on here, I was making a few finishing touches, changing the background color, making it a little more poppy, adding the finger that was missing. I'm realizing I didn't figure out the armor. I know it's going to be, leather. Let's do... have a little bit of a, not a corset, just maybe high-waisted pants. And then I can just erase back out what I need to. High-waisted with a bit of a drop crotch situation. So this would end up being sort of the band of the pants. That's cute. Right, front-facing feet. Make sure that these are the same. I think what I'll do for this is I'll just do my draw in, erase out. It just gives a little more organic structure than doing the auto outline if you're doing laces, especially if you're using a brush that has texture. It looks better. I've decided I might need to add that to the accessories, but I want her to have bells somewhere so that you can hear her coming very intentionally. Like if you hear the bell, it's too late. Your time is up. Your number has been claimed. That is still so close to the bottom of the canvas. Ah! I have all this room? What am I doing? Okay, I need to resize this and move everything up. Oh, that's what else I wanted to do. I wanted to give her a little companion. Should probably put him on the left, put him on the right. A little Ifrit, Heartburn, she calls him. But he's gonna be like bright pink flame. Let me finish this character first, and then I'm just gonna make a little note to myself. So if I end up, it might be a thing where I end up drawing him off stream and then just posting that to Instagram, but I'll see how long it takes me to do this character first. Okay. Oh, well, this was actually part of her body bag. This is where she keeps tools, lockpicks, antidotes, useful stuff. And then I can just color block in the shading with the texture on the bag. 6 minutes? No, there's no, oh my goodness. Gotta move it along. It's supposed to be a little heart on her armband there. I'll have the thumb kind of going out. Not really gonna see it because it's hands doing this. It's almost like this, but she's holding a dagger. It's kind of difficult to do that while you're holding something in your hand. Because it can't be between the thumb and forefinger. Now today I can draw hands. I don't know. Maybe I was just getting too stuck on the way the reference had it drawn. Let's see. Do I want to... Yeah, we'll do these as fingerless gloves. And then here, so there's going to be a little bit of a wrinkle where the cloth is. shoulder. Here, so it's at the start of the bicep. Let's see, are these the same length? Let me just check that real quick. Looks good. Oh, of course I did it on the wrong layer. I'll just change this. I have 2 minutes left to finish the line art. I'm a little less concerned about the time limit today because it's Saturday and I'm feeling a little like I could go a little bit longer on stream if I really needed to. I would rather not. I kind of want to go enjoy the rest of my Saturday, but I do still have the footage from yesterday to edit, which I started doing before I started this stream. So hopefully, I know I said I was going to get it up yesterday, but after I got off of stream, I was just, I don't know what came over me, but I was just absolutely wiped out. So I basically, let's take a nap. And then by the time I woke up, I was like, I don't have time to do anything else. So I just got started on the rest of my household responsibilities. Did that for the evening. Okay, that's everything in the main outfit. Yeah, and she's got that, yeah, perfect, like, indifferent. I'll leave that for the makeup. Is there anything else that I want to do before I start on the weapons? I have 40 seconds left, so no. Let's do the belt. Just sort of hanging here off the hip. This is kind of interfering with where the swords are. Gonna go across here. It's going to have a proper buckle, not an aesthetic buckle. Or a functional buckle, we'll call it. And that is my time for the line art. Oh, let's do 10 more minutes. Because I don't think the coloring is going to take me super long. I'm going to do my typical flat cell shaded style, which is usually pretty quick. This is going to have this for the knives. And the way I have it's going like this. And the other one is going like this. It's a pair. Oh, this is the sword, which is going across her back, a short sword. I don't want to spend any more time fixing up the sketch just so I can see what I'm doing, but I might need to. I want these to be different shapes. So the dagger goes here. I'm wondering if this line art isn't too thick. Just easier to make her fantasy coded that way. Sword. This back section. I'm going to try to make this sort of like a, I know I don't have true red, but like a ruby or maybe glass. These stitches. Potions. I'm going to have this little situation holding them in. She's out here love bombing people in a more literal sense. So yeah, that hooks around. Got a little bit of that. This is supposed to be holster for the dagger. So that's that. I can just shape that in. Maybe I'll put the bells in her hair. No, I have a different idea for hair accessories. Let's do pink glass beads. Okay. Maybe it can just be because this, she would have one of the daggers in her hand. So I'll make this an empty. Minute and a half. I think I've been better about stalling in this particular stream. Been trying to be pretty proactive about making sure I'm using my time wisely and getting the details that need to be done. Okay, let's do. Dagnabbit. Well, I'm almost done with the line art. So at the very least, I can just kind of finish out this part. Just gonna make this more clear. And she's actually got her fingers over the blade. So this goes straight back, and it's gonna go over here. That means this is unbalanced. Might be easiest if I just copy. I think that's what I'll need to do. Hello. Someone else just joined. Or maybe they didn't just join, but I'm just now noticing that they joined. So I'm just going to take this and rotate that. And then I can just clean that up however I see fit. It's a little wonky, but you get the idea. Okay, so she's got the empty holster for that dagger. Here's my sketch layer. Am I missing anything? Doesn't look like it. So I can get started on the color. Sweet. Okay. Get rid of these because that was just the proportion testing. I'll set this to reference and get started on the chrome coat. And I'm at 47 minutes, so I have an hour and 10 minutes. Not too terrible. I didn't realize how, once again, that purple. Maybe that's better, and then I can use this as the shadows. Yeah, that's much better. It's kind of more like pop arty instead of having the whole thing be this bright burning purple. I think what I want to do for the overall shading on the multiply layer, kind of like a rim light, like she's standing in moonlight. Maybe on top of a building somewhere. Which means most of this is going to be in shadow. I'm going to push the shadows with the secondary layer, but I want to at least establish where my highlights and lowlights are going to end up. Which means a lot of this is actually still going to be in shadow. Let me clean this up. And then fill this lower section, and I can leave a little bit of that pink still in there. Maybe like here. And there might be like a fold that's highlighted. And a bit here, again on the rim. And then maybe, yep, here. And her hair to be this, use this as the darkest color for the hair. It's very close. So then actually it needs to be this color because this is going to be shadow and this is going to be highlight. That doesn't make sense anymore. Alright, I gotta fix that. Just a sec. Oh, wrong color. Initially I had it sort of resting on the shoulder. I still wanted to do that. I wanted to kind of move down and away from her face. So what I'll do is have it kind of like this. Which means this also needs to change because the way that's flowing also doesn't go quite right anymore. And then I can go back over that. I'll have to do some exterior work with that. That's better. So now I can fix the hair. It's gonna go like this and like this. So there's some gapping. So I'll go back over top and add some little wispies just to kind of make it more interesting. I'm gonna have shadows here right underneath of the face. Her mask is also going to be... Oh, do I want to make it the darker purple? I'll make it the same color as the rest of her outfit. And then I'll make this pink. Does it look silly? Kind of looks like a... If I give it more cloth texture, because from a distance you can tell it's supposed to be a heart, but it almost looks like a weird anime laughing mouth. And I don't know that I necessarily like that. Glass beads. The cushions are not going to be able to be purple. I'm going to have to make those pink. I guess I would classify this, if I had to pick a metal, classify it as a rose gold, potentially. Or magically treated steel so that it's made to look pink. Just get some variation between the blades here. So this one the sheath can be dark purple. And I can do the rim lighting in this color. Well, that doesn't quite make sense. It's this color, because that's closer to purple. So this back sheath will be purple, and then this one can be pink. So this is for the dagger that she's holding. I kind of wish I had it yellow. I mean, of course I can add it, but it feels kind of too out of the way. Okay, this is all pants. This is all pants. Her bag. I guess I'll make that the lightest pink. Because there's so much purple there. If I make it purple, it's just going to become muddy. And this kind of gives a through line of pink throughout the character. Have the strings be purple. Oh, forgot the other strap. Easy fix. guess I'll make her socks pink too. Oh, but now that's kind of clashing. Dark pink then? Or I could just do that. But this is also going to have a little bit of shading. This is all the way at the bottom. Just getting the colors in, and then I can go in and clean up as necessary. Make the shoes dark purple. I still haven't given her bells. Oh, yeah, I'll do them on the shoes. That kind of makes the most sense. Or not necessarily on the shoes, but like on the ties of the pants. That's too big. Okay. And normally with a character like this, I would make them silver. The closest thing I have, I guess, is this medium pink. So at the very least, I can do enough highlights and shadows on the top. Clean that up. Yeah, that's not dark enough. So I gotta do with this. What I don't want this to end up looking like is black and white but pink. And it's kind of where I'm getting at with the bells, it seems. Just with the way I've handled the lighting. So I think that's the only place where I would be okay with the color execution looking like that. Like more thermal than aesthetic or stylistic. It'll just be an overlayer. A little bit thinner. Let's use a Sino pen for that. A little bit of, let's see, that can be, no. Second darkest color. There's almost not enough variation between these shades of pink to do what I'm wanting to do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go a little bit darker if I want it to show up. That's better. And of course, this is going to be here and here. Oops. This is the back part of the glove, goes through here and here, and that's the hair, that's the arm, and down through here and stops here. Got another band here. Okay. This needs some shadow, some texture. There was something. No, I already did the socks. Just clean this up a little bit. Clean that up. I think I'm kind of getting close to the end already. It's only been an hour, which means I have plenty of time to do any other embellishments that I need to do or want to do. Let's see. It's going to be kind of hard to see the hearts on the bottles if I do that. Make the leather this dark purple for the bottle. The stash. Oh, okay. I'll do that. I'm gonna finish coloring first. I just got an idea. Just trying to push this more into fantasy, which, yeah, I'll do that. That'll give me another color to break everything up. Initially, I was just going to make her very pale skinned, but I am going to make her a tiefling. So she can still have her pointy ears, but now she's not just... Not that elves are boring, but it is very shortcut to make an elf if you're making a fantasy character. But I'm going to make her a tiefling. And that just kind of makes her more interesting, in my opinion. I'm going to make this belt pink, just to break up some of this purple. this needs to go. Let me switch back. This pen, because this doesn't go on this belt. This goes on this belt. So this is solid, and this goes here. Yep. So this is going to be a solid pink. Move up. And then this strap, this is this color. So that's going to help differentiate everything that's happening over here. I think these are the same. I'm going to need to add a shine to that potion so that this area here isn't super congested. I might just do that with like just plain white instead of trying to do it with another color, because the colors that I'm using are all already so close together. I think I do need just white to start breaking things up. Make this super purple. And then give it a bit of shine. This is purple. This is going to be the same metal. And this dagger up here. Oh, well, first of all, I'm going to do the ends right there. Rest of the glove. Guess I'll make this pink. This whole thing can be pink. Even the wings. And I'll just add some shadow. And the blade, I guess I can make that purple. And then do pink highlights. I'm not even going to put that line back in. I'm going to let that be a highlight. But I needed to balance the blade. It was really going to bother me if I didn't fix it. She's still not leaning quite as far back as this particular model is, but that's fine. Let me turn my references off. I guess I should go ahead and draw her little companion now that most of this is finished. So I'm at 1 hour and 10 minutes. I think that'll be enough time for the 2-hour cap. Let me turn this back up so I can see what I'm doing. With this little goblin hands just plotting, scheming away. There. Yep. Quick little companion. Now, because I've decided to make her a tiefling, she's got to have the typical tiefling features. Balance. Don't want it to touch the edge of the pants. No tangents, no tangents. So let's get this figured out. Bring that back down to a little less than 50%. Wouldn't it be interesting if I decided to make her a succubus instead? Since that's kind of like the antithesis of what they do. I mean, it's like a close second. But she's not doing any seducing. She's just doing the murder. The fun part of the job. Get this, because it starts here, so that's that, and that'll compositionally, I think it'll balance where this little guy is, but it's also balancing her pose this way. I'll just give her some little horns. I don't need to be big and ornate, because then it's going to get in the way of the hairstyle. So I'll just do some of these. Fix that. Alright, now she's got her itty bitty starter horns. Go ahead and draw a little old heartburn over here. He's so cute. This little calcifer mouth. Yeah, this is a good pen for fire texture because again, you've got those nice crispy edges, but you still have the control of like a smoother line pen. It just makes the line art feel more alive. Yeah, this little guy is just bringing me so much joy. I love when the, like, in, this is sort, I don't know if you would call it a trope, I guess a stylistic choice, in anime and manga, when the character's mouth just goes like they have the little frog mouth like this. I absolutely adore it. Every time I see it, it instantly makes me fall in love with whatever I'm watching or reading like so much more because I just think that's such a cute, because like they're usually doing it when they're like up to like a little bit of mischief, so it's just like, oh, like I don't know what you're talking about. Sort of treating the flames a little bit like fur, because his whole body is made of it. But I want the whole thing to feel alive. So I'm just kind of doing some little flamey floofs, if you will. And do a little. Is that gonna work? I was thinking of like doing like a flaming heart on his chest. Kind of like maybe that's how he got his name. There's a part, like the inner part, that looks. Let me see. Let me draw out the heart first and then do the flames around it. That'll make a little more sense. Yeah. So now it kind of looks like a chest patch, but it also still looks like a heart. Hour and 20. Got about 40 minutes left. I think I'm making really good time with this one. And this little flaming tail. Very imp-like. I still haven't colored her skin, but that's not going to take me too long. And then I still wanted to do the rim lighting. So she's going to have lighting from this side, from the little dude, and then lighting from up here from the moonlight. Hehe. He's so cute! My little scamp, my little goblin. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a red that's close to this pink. So I think this will be good. It's not too far off. I think maybe just a little bit brighter. Because the pinks sort of range from more saturated to more pastel. I need something that's going to work with both ranges. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I'm going to need to do that on the multiply layer. figure out the skin first. Which I guess technically she should have claws instead of fingernails, but oh, not. Maybe she files them down. Quirks. It is really hard to see those hearts from a distance. Is that the lightest pink? It is not the lightest pink. I'm going to use this. Use a little bit of watercolor. I'm going to give her pink nails. Regardless of what her skin ended up being, she was going to have pink nails. Alright. Let's color you in. Figured it was going to be... That's not what I wanted to do. That will work. Invert. Let's start with... I'm going to use this range, so I'll start with this color. So the warmest parts are going to be the brightest. So I'm just going to go in, start blocking out. So then I'll make his eyes this color. Or maybe I'll make them, it might make more sense to make them white. Or like a really light pink. White as far as this color palette is concerned. Just get the blocking in, and then the chest. And then a little bit on the legs here. The body. So I have a little bit of that. It's better if it's a little bit messy, but I do still want there to be some order to this. Yeah, this is looking good. Need to fix the face. Make it just a little more flame-like, less solid. So that's the medium color. Do just a little bit in the tail too. Okay. Next color. This is going to end up needing to be white. Do under his eyes, just to show a little bit more of that warmth. But these colors are so close together. Guess I should give him little hot hands. Do like this. And then a little bit of the lighter color. Zoom in. And then the lightest, absolute lightest. I'm going to need to do a little bit of add glow around the eyes and the heart. Bring some of this pink back in. Just to keep that flame look. Okay. How much time? And an hour and a half. Okay. Let me do the add glow. Where is it? There it is. Just a little around here. It's good. Just a little bit on the line art to make me feel warmer. No, that's too much, too much. Hurt, take off the color. Okay. The shadows, I'm gonna have those be this purple, sort of a medium as far as the colors that I'm working with. Go ahead. So with rim light. And then of course we'll need to add highlights back on the actual color layer as well. Maybe here on the shoulders, top of the ear. Just a bit here. On top of the bag. Top of the bottles. And of course, the glow from this part, from her little companion. Just a little bit here. And then almost none of this is going to be truly in shadow, except for where the bells are covering. So that's going to be here and here. Now, is that going to be strong enough? It's a little too strong. He doesn't need to be in shadow at all. He is a light source. maybe a little bit. So let's see. Here. But this definitely needs to be brought down. I think it's a little too strong. Maybe if I do it as... Ooh, no. That's cool, but that's not what I'm going for. We'll just keep it at multiply. A little bit on the forehead, so let's get rid of this. This can come down a little bit. Just a bit of watercolor to blend that out. Let's make the horns a little bit shinier. The barrettes in the hair. And so what I'm missing is the highlights on everything underneath. So take the pink, and do that as a white. And then just really push the highlight by just adding a white light to certain areas. I guess technically this should be more of a hot pink than like a red or a white. But I still want to use that as the highest light. On top of the bag. These bottles. This needs to be erased. Just to get a little bit of light back in here. Show that it's glass. This would be underlit anyway. So with this, the fire is a very strong light source. here as well. Kept picking the wrong color. I'll do a little bit of pink on the tail, here and here. Is that bright enough? It doesn't seem... a little bit of here. This needs to be erased. I have 15 minutes left. Still think I'm making pretty good progress, because now I'm just kind of nitpicking and doing little details just to finish the character design off. Rid of some of that shine on the metal. Maybe I'll make her eyes glow. So get rid of the coloring in here. Need to make them as bright as possible. So I'll do a very little bit. Like this. This normal. And a little bit of glow from the fire on the pants. I'll cut back into this. To make it more flame-like. It should be a little bit lighter. Take this color. Yep. A bit lighter, a bit softer. I think what I want to do instead, I'm just going to cut out the shapes like so. And then just refine them a little bit. Might even need to change the color and bring that pink down to a more natural shade of light. It feels very bright. It's better. It's still too much light. This should be dispersed just a little bit more. Ten minutes left. And then I can go, well, I enjoy the rest of my Saturday, but I still have editing to do. It's enjoyable. Usually. What happens if I turn this off? That looks better. It doesn't need to be blurry because everything else is so like blocky and chunky. Hmm. Always have to have the little assassin glue in the eye. I'll make this white. I really am just kind of nitpicking at this point. I could call it done, but it's just those little extra things to just kind of take it over the top. Not being super precious with the highlights. Alright. Well, I'm at 1 hour and 53 minutes. I am satisfied with what I have created. Let me save it before anything happens, because that would be the time when something would happen, was when you forget to save. Let's see. Alright, so that brings us to the end of today's stream. I will not be streaming tomorrow. The next time I will be streaming is Monday, probably Monday morning, because again, that just seems to work best. Initially, I'd said let's do these around noon. Monday and Tuesday, my in-laws are actually coming down. So I'm deciding if I want to do an extra long stream on Monday, or if I want to push Tuesday's stream to Wednesday and do the double stream on Wednesday, which that might work better because Tuesday's kind of busy for me. So Monday will be a regular stream, and then Wednesday I'll do a double stream. So I'll go from 9 to 1. I'll try to take a break in between, again, just so I'm not sitting for super long. But yeah, that is going to conclude today's stream. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a weird day.